What is up, guys? Tech92 here, Beast Clan Live, bringing you part 2 of my multiplayer discussion. Last time we left off on the melee weapons. Today we will be talking about the rest of the notes if we can, and if we can't, we'll make a part 3. So stay tuned, and you will find out. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to talk about is lock-on vehicles. They are bringing that back. The Jet will have that. He will be able to lock on vehicles, but I do not know if they're going to have other weapons, like weapons that you can use to lock on vehicles. But we will find out. Next thing I want to talk about is the multiplayer pickups, like the Ultra Power Core. The Ultra Power Core gives you more ammo, and it also gives you a bigger damage output at 1.2 damage. So it's not like broken. You know, it's not like, oh, times 3 damage, which would be insane. You're using it like a kill streak, kinda, but it's also, it was an ability in the last game, but they're using it to where you can hit left on the D-pad as if you were activating a kill streak. So it's kind of like a kill streak pickup, and I kind of like how they have the pickups, which is pretty fun and cool, but I don't know if it's going to, like, be really, I don't know if it's going to get bad, like, if you're playing Power Struggle, and, you activate it in there, and then everybody has, like, a mega boost. We'll find out. I don't think the damage, the increased damage is gonna do that much. It shouldn't. But I do enjoy that, because I did mention in the videos about pickups, like in Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank did have pickups, but, you know, it wasn't as dead on as I said, but it's close enough to where they had pickups. I was talking about upgrades for weapons and stuff if they did put upgrades in the multiplayer. Next thing I want to talk about is Conquest and how far away it shows, like, for the meters and stuff like that. I don't know if it's like meters or however far it is, kilometers or whatever, but they do show like how far away you are, like 23 meters and all that other good stuff. That's kind of cool how they just threw that in there. Next thing I want to talk about is the health system. For the health system, it's different now. You no longer have the bars. It's now it's more of a percentages. So now you have things like the Scout and the Scientist all have the same health. It's 300%, and then the leader has 400, and then the Titan has 5. So that's interesting how they're doing that. I do like how they made the leader and the Scout have even stuff, because the Scientist had not the leader and the Scout, the Scientist and the Scout. I do like how they're giving them the same health system, because last game Scientist just had low health, and it was really hard to, like, you know, you couldn't really stand still for a second if you're playing against competitive people. Next thing I want to talk about is how they have the preset custom bodies and customization. They have it's called armor set. There's 8 different sections, and one of those is armor set, and it's the very last one, and that's where you can choose things like, if you're a leader, you can choose like Megatron or Optimus, and it's like already preset for you. So that also makes me believe that you can have a Optimus Decepticon and an Autobot Megatron. The other customization parts besides armor set is head and chest / vehicle, which is the same thing, because the chest determines what your transformation will be into your vehicle. Shoulders, arms, legs, wheels, and decals. So I'm guessing with decals you can put things like the Decepticon logo or the Autobot logo. The next thing I want to talk about is the class analysis. Class analysis, that's cool. I don't know if you're going to be able to, like, increase, like, your speed and everything, but anyway, the class analysis, all it shows is your robot speed, your vehicle speed, and your health. I don't know if you'll be able to like increase that, like vehicle speed and robot speed, which I don't think you should, because if you do, you're gonna have a very fast soldier. Because at first it threw me off when I was watching things. I was like, wait, does that mean if I set certain armors, I can increase my speed and foot speed and all that other stuff? But if it does, hopefully it doesn't make it like to where it's insane. Next thing I want to talk about is the weapons. They're just like in War for Cybertron. You get 4 different weapons per class, so it's not gonna be like, oh, you can have this weapon, that weapon, this weapon, and that weapon for like every single class. You're gonna have preset weapons. It's gonna be like, for example, the Scout has the Path Blaster, the Scatter Blaster, the Nucleon Charge Rifle, and a Subsonic Repeater. So they're not gonna have, like when I was talking about in one of the previous videos about how you could go in with your primary and heavy weapon. So it's not gonna be like that. You're just gonna have 2 weapons. So it looks like you might be able to do what you did in War, when you could just have those 4 set weapons. Let's see. Next thing I want to talk about is everything has an upgrade. What I mean by that is your weapons have upgrades. Your ability also has an upgrade. So for everything it says like a Path Blaster, and then it has like none for ability, and then you set it. And it'll have like Scatter Blaster if you have those 2 weapons set, of course. And then it'll have like your upgrade, and then it'll have your ability, and then it'll have upgrade there, so you can upgrade everything.
We have lost B. We are capturing B. We have lost C.
All the weapons get the upgrades, and some of the upgrades for the weapons are increased ammo, increased rate of fire, and then there's one, it's like it sets your like opponents on fire when you shoot them. It has less damage, but it sets them on fire. There's more, and it deals more damage over time. And I didn't see what kind of upgrade your abilities get. But if I do, I'll make another video, like a quick one, and I'll let you guys know. Now, one thing I am kind of confused about, and if you guys can confirm with me, please comment below, because I do not know about this. What I heard from Matt Teacher in his interviews, he said it was like 6-on-6, and they're gonna have 6-on-6. But when one of the guys at Comic-Con, of course he was an idiot because he didn't know what Insecticons were, he said Insectabots. He said that it's Team Deathmatch and Conquest are 5-on-5. And I was a little disappointed in that, because I'm hoping he's wrong. I hope it's 6-on-6 or more, because it was like 6-on-6 with something. I forgot where I read it. We can look at that later. But if you guys know for a fact that it will be 6-on-6, if y'all went to Comic-Con, please comment and just let me know, and just let me know your experience and everything about Transformers and everything, and what y'all thought about the booths and everything. But yeah, comment below, let me know if y'all know if they're gonna have 6-on-6, or they're gonna keep it at 5-on-5 just like in the last game, or if they're gonna have more. The next thing that I want to say is they do start off with 10 maps, so we're gonna have 10 maps. We do know we're gonna have 1 remake at least, with Complex being the remade map. Hopefully they remake other ones. If they were to remake a DLC map out of all of them, and we had to choose one, I mean, I kind of hope they don't, but I do like one of the maps, and it is the one I am playing on now, which is Horizon. It's the only map I like, because it does have like open areas in where the nodes are for A, B, and C. One of the last things I want to talk about is something that I'm gonna have to focus a little bit on. Is about the Dinobots being in multiplayer. I'm kind of iffy on this, because I don't know how they're gonna work. When you think about it, you know, how are the Dinobots going to work? Like, if they do put the parts in there, yeah, that's fine. You can have like a Triceratops head and everything, but Swoop is a guaranteed character. That's not as bad, because, you know, he can fly, So I mean that evens everything out. It makes everything balanced. But if you think about it, what if you're going in the thing as Grimlock? What are you gonna do? You're gonna die. Either you're gonna die or you're gonna sneak up behind somebody and kill them instantly. Because either you're gonna be really far away and they're gonna be trying to snipe you and you're gonna put up your shield. So I don't know how that's gonna work, because you're just gonna be guarding the whole time until someone's stupid enough to get close to you so you can rage mode and kill them. And I don't know if you're gonna have to build up rage to transform or not. But I was just thinking that, you know, if someone comes up on you, you can kill them with the melee, and if they melee you, you know, you have a string of melees. They have one melee. There's, you know, there's a gap between that time. They can, you know, melee, and then 2 seconds later melee again. You can just do a 3-sword swing or 4-sword swing, and you'll kill them by then. And then when you're breathing fire, that's going to be ridiculous. But last thing I want to say really quick is, otherwise, it wouldn't work, but I do think that they should have like a Dinobot mode to where you fight as the Dinobots and the Insecticons, and then you can do Dinobots versus Insecticons, and I think that would be really interesting. But anyway, guys, that is it for today. So until next time, Tech Knight 2 is out.